Get ready for another killer comic book haul with lots of Golden Age from Nighttiger Comics. Strap in, get some popcorn, get a drink, get your favorite seat, kick back and relax, and we'll be back to show you a lot of killer books.
Watch Nighttiger Comics!
Tiger Comics.
Tiger Comics! Nighttiger Comics! Tiger Comics! Nighttiger Comics!
Okay.
Watch Nighttiger Comics! Comics!
Yeah.
You never know what you're missing. All right. Are you strapped in? You got your drink? You got some popcorn? You ready? Because we're going to show some killer books. All right. So I got a lot to show here. Let me adjust my own seat. Hey, there we go. Let's start out with this book. I showed it in a recent haul. I got it for $1, but my goodness, this book is super fun. It is amazing. It has some of the best Golden Age stories in here, and then it has like a little synopsis, but these aren't reprints. These are actual scans from the original comics out of the Smithsonian Institute. So you have the Superman first story in Action Comics. It doesn't have a real dynamic splash page, but this is one, if you're into comics, you've been collecting for years, you've probably read it on multiple occasions. But to actually read the original from the scan, I like it. It's much better, I think. It's not on the glossy paper. It's a little bit dull, and it's more like the news print. Then you have the Batman. So that one, I think, and tell me in the comments, and it tells you a little bit about Batman, the history. Tell me in the comments which origin you've read more times, the Batman, the original origin, or the Superman. For me, I've probably read this Batman, I couldn't even tell you how many times. Superman, not so many, but I have read it, more than a dozen. And then the best feature out of here, I think, is Sheldon Mayer's Scribbly. All-American Comics, 1940, first appearance of the Red Tornado, Hunkle. It's just the writing is just so clever. It's so fun. You just can't put it down. Sheldon Mayer, he's one of the founding fathers of comics. Here's one of my favorite splash pages. And then, you know what? If you find this, and even if you go to the library and check it out, it's well worth it. Well, there you go. And then it has some Captain Marvel in it. It has Walt Kelly's Pogo in it. It has Donald Duck in it. And it's really, for $1, I'm still reading it. I'm up to the Captain Marvel. Really enjoying it. So, okay, what else? All right, so this was on the table for the longest time. So when you walk in my house, we have a living room we don't really use because we need to put lights in the ceiling. We don't have any real lights. And so we usually just do everything in the family room. But this is laying on the table, so we'll put stuff on the table from work and stuff like that. I looked at it because it looked like a textbook. My wife's a school teacher. I never thought anything of it until I read the title. It was this weekend. The Star Trek Scripts book. Book 1, The Q Chronicles. I'm like, what the heck? My wife doesn't care for comics, science fiction, really any fiction much. And so I was like, well, how the heck did this get on the table? So I can't even remember what she told me. Something about she picked it up at school thinking maybe I might be interested. Now, I'm not a huge Star Trek fan. I'm not big into the sci-fi. I like it, but I thought, I don't know. It's cool. It fits right in with collecting comics. And so if you're interested in this at all, and you'd like to pay the shipping for it, I will send it to you for free. Contact me on Instagram. But if it's something that you like, you enjoy, and you want it, I'll send it to you for free if you just pay the shipping. I don't know. I hate to throw it away. I know there are people that like this stuff, and there's actually a receipt in here somewhere. I was actually going through it. So someone paid money for this. Let's see if I can find the receipt. Oh, here it is. So they bought it at a science fiction and mystery bookstore in Atlanta, Georgia, and they actually paid $18 for this. So it has some value to it. Like I said, if it's something you want and you want to pay the shipping, well, get in contact with me. You can give me the money in the PayPal and I'll ship it off to you. So anyways, that's that. What else? Oh, so we have a slab here. So LB Cole 1.8 Gold Weird Ghostly Weird Stories number 121 Star Pub. This is from December 1951, and we're gonna bust it out because we hate slabs here. And I have to say, I shop a lot online, and the economy is getting so bad, the comic book market's getting even worse. These people that slab comics now, they are just jacking up the prices. It doesn't make any sense. You think in this kind of economy they'd want to get rid of stuff? It seems like they want to hold on to it because they are pricing these books after they slab them way beyond market value. It's really making me a little upset about it. I understand slabbing a book because you want to sell it. First of all, I don't understand why you would slab it anyway, unless you want to make money. I don't see any other reason why. I mean, you can protect your comics in other ways that don't have you paying third parties to grade them for you. I mean, you could get a slab similar to this without the grading, and you could just put it in yourself, grade it yourself. I don't get it because you can't touch the book anymore. You can't read it anymore. You can't smell it anymore. I just don't get it. I don't get it. This is probably the easiest one I've ever opened right now because there you go. We busted it. It's dangerous, man. These things are sharp. They fly out. Ugh. There you go. See? Let's get this thing out of here. How do you get it out? Uh-huh. Okay, so we busted another one of my slabs. Yay! So I'll cut that later so I don't waste your time. But reduce up to 5 pounds. I'll put this in a nice Mylar with 2 backing boards. It'll be just as protected. And I can read it whenever I want. And I don't have to pay someone $30 or more. To me, I just can't, I don't even understand it. I've actually sent books in for grading because, I don't want to talk shit about things when I've never experienced it for myself. So I did it, and I actually felt ashamed of myself that I did it. Because I tell you what, I got them back, and it didn't make sense. Why I did it didn't make me feel any better. It made me feel worse. But it's a personal thing. Everybody's different. No two people are the same. No two collectors are the same. So if it makes you happy, then go ahead and do it. It just doesn't make me happy at all.
Come on now. That ain't even bullshit. That's horse shit.
Okay, so I'm just going to give you a preview. So I got this here. I finally filled it up for the 2,000 subscriber giveaway, which is long overdue. It's going to be a contest. I have an idea in mind. You'll have to do some work. But just let me pull a couple books off the top and show you what's in here. Because there's 47 books in here. And they're all cool. So I'm just going to pull off like 15 books. So we got that. A lot of cool bronze stuff. I mean, it's a whole collection that you're going to get with this. Almost all of it's in Mylar. Matter of fact, I think 100% of it's all in Mylar. And you can see Like this book here, I paid $5 for it. There's books in here I paid more for, but they're doubles. First Adam Hughes, I just showed that one off. I pick this one up every time I find it. I think I have 3 copies plus I have the 30 or 35 cent variant copy of it. Just a great Frank Thorne. First New Gods, I have this. This is a really high grade. Is this a high grade? It's VF. And then you're going to get this in here, which I paid almost $30 for that. And you're going to get this, which I paid almost $30 for. L.B. Cole, Golden Age. Had to throw in a Golden Age for you guys. So yeah, so this box is still filled with tons of comics. I'm not going to show it all because I'm going to save that for the contest video. The contest will allow everyone to join, even overseas. But overseas, I will actually send some money to your PayPal because it's going to cost quite a bit to send that box overseas. Okay, so we got all that out of the way. Now we're going to do the comic book haul. I don't know how it is. I'm trying not to buy comics, but then I get this stack that builds up on my desk and I got to do another haul. So let me see what's in here. Let me kind of sort it so I can show like least coolest to coolest. Oh wow, there's some cool books in here, people. I hope you can't see these. Yeah. We'll show that one first. This one, wow, I forgot. Okay, these books I already showed. Okay, well, it's not that many. So this first book, Abbott and Costello from May 49. This is a good girl. And when I bought it, it was like $20. So I'm like, that's a good price for one of these. I think it's St. John Publishing. And it's a good girl cover. The only thing is they said it was a good plus. And when I got it, it's missing the centerfold. Wah, wah, wah. But I told them it was incomplete. And guess what? They refunded all my money. So I got this book completely free. I'm happy with that. That's for sure. Really nice. I did press it. And it looks really cool. So I'm happy with that. Let me look at it myself. Yeah, I like it. I've been wanting some of these good girl Abbott Costellos for a while, but I didn't. People ask some money for them. They're usually $60 for the lower grades with the good girls. They could be over 100. So to get it for free without a centerfold, I'm happy. What do you guys think? What do you think about missing centerfolds? Have you ever got a comic free off eBay because it wasn't what the seller said? I've gotten a handful. I could say at least 5 books for free. So I bought this from my comic shop. It's a second copy. Werewolf cover. Jonah Hex, my favorite Western comic book. Written really well, great art. Louis Dominguez cover, Tony DeZunga, interior art. With shipping, I paid $15 for that. But it's a really nice copy. It's like an 8.5, 9, maybe a 9.0. Nice werewolf cover. Nice blues. You guys have this one? What do you think? Would you pay $15 for a high grade copy of that? I don't know. It's one of those weeks where I didn't really buy anything yet, so I'm like, let me grab something. Love Louis Dominguez's art. And Tony DeZunga, is that how you say it? He's no slouch himself either. Okay, so the next book I bought at the antique store down the road. I'm going to run the old intro here because I got to talk with Amber. She's the redhead that says, watch Nighttiger comics. I mean, she's Paris, the redhead. with blonde. The blonde is Amber, so I call them the Nighttiger girls. She was there. Talked to her for a while about her son and life and stuff like that. Yes, so shout out to Paris. So I picked up this Looney Tunes, number 100, February 1950. Milestone issue was $12. And the guy there, Marshall, I'm always looking at his comics. I bought a few things in the past, but he's a little overpriced. But this time I stepped up. I bought a big book, which will be here in a few minutes. And I think I paid right around retail for it, maybe not. It was a nicer copy, but we'll get to that book later. So I love Looney Tunes. I actually enjoy reading these. They make me laugh. So number 100, February 1950. So if you don't know, you can go here on my channel and hit the notification. There's a live stream coming up June 23rd, hosted by Jerry the Jitterbug here on my channel. Golden Age, patriotic and propaganda covers only, or comics only. So we got Alan the Collector, Comic Collector Geek, Jerry the Jitterbug. We have Steve from I Love Disney and Comics, and myself. We're showing all Golden Age, all propaganda, all patriotic to celebrate the birth of this country, the birthday. So I picked up this one and I've never seen it before. And the guy had $39.99, I think, yeah. That at least. I offered him $25 and immediately took it. So if I can remember when I'm editing this to show this, there was one other one on eBay claiming to be a 7.5 for $64. But it had a major rusty staple. You could see it. I mean, bright as day. But he's calling it a 7.5, so I didn't get that. I'm glad I found this copy. It's pretty nice. VG Plus. So this is who is it? Baby Dumpling, Alvin, Daisy and her pups, and you got a $25 Victory War Bond. You see, he broke open the piggy bank to buy it. The war bonds cost, I believe, $18, and then they matured to $7 after 8 or 10 years or something like that, if I'm correct. I don't remember. So this is number, this is from 43, and this is number 44. And it's a nice back cover with Uncle Sam there. Nice ad. So Magic Comics, that's by David McKay Publishing. What do you think of that one, guys? Look at this over here, too. Nice red, white, and blue. I love America. I love this country. These days, I'm really sad to see the evil rot that's destroying our government. Not going to talk politics, but it is really weighing on my heart. So next, I'm always looking for pre-code romance, high-grade comics for under $30. I figure that's a great investable price. There's a great demand for Golden Age romance, so your book can only go up in value. And I love reading romance, especially those Dear Abbeys that they have. So this is Love Problems and Advice, True Love Stories Illustrated. This is by Harvey. It's a kissing booth cover. She's wearing a mask like a mystery girl. And it says right there, mystery girl. What did I pay for this? I ended up paying right under $50 with the shipping and the tax. I think it was like $35. But nonetheless, it's a really beautiful copy. I think it's great. I love it. It's number 3. It's an early issue for one. So the title, they changed the way the title looked after a few more issues. So these early ones are pretty tough to get. And to get it in high grade, October 1949. So happy about that. What do you guys think? Is it beautiful? I love and I collect Kissing Booth covers of the Golden Age. I do have a couple I collect out of Silver Age, like there's some in Lois Lane and Superman in the DC Comics. But there you go. Very cool, beautiful yellow cover, high grade. Kissing Booth, Mystery Girl. It's got it all, baby. It's got it all. So I've been wanting an issue of this. So Magazine Enterprises published an anthology series called A1. And every couple issues there would introduce a new character. They might last one issue, they might last 5 issues. Just all depends on what they wanted to do. So these Tina ones are kind of Archie-esque, and they're a little bit tough to get, and especially if they're in a higher grade. And this one is really nice. I got it off my comic shop. So it's Tina number 3, but it's A15 number 15. So it's from 1945, and it's also a Soda Shop fountain cover. Shout out to Leo at Time Travel Comics. He likes to collect those soda fountain covers. So I paid $39.50 for that. It's a really nice copy. It's a really cool looking book. It actually looks like it's newspaper reprints inside. I haven't really looked in or researched the interior very much yet. I just have seen them over the years, these Tinas, and they don't come up very often. Okay, so one of the bigger books of this haul, and in my collection now, I have maybe a dozen Atlas pre-code monster books. I definitely have under 20. But I never had this title. This title is really hard to get and it's really expensive. So I decided, I saw the price on this. I thought it was a great price. It's a decent book. It's like a good plus. That's my wife. Hi, wife. Menace, number 10. March 1954. Russ Heath cover. Actually, I haven't read this yet. But I know these Menaces are tough and expensive to get. What did I pay for this? I have the receipt right here. I got it from my comic shop. A lot of times, I don't know if you have that spidey sense. If you research a lot of books all the time, you automatically know if a price is good or not. So before tax and shipping, I paid $115 for that. Normally, these books can go from like the $250 to the $300 range if they're complete and not falling apart. So I thought that was a great buy. And you can't go wrong with pre-code horror because it seems to always go up in value. Rarely goes down. But he's split in half. So Severed Body. Russ Heath, again, another great artist. And I got a great deal on this, I tell you, because I'll show you the next book. The next book is cool, but I paid more for it. It's not as cool as this one. But it is, again, an Atlas. It's a pre-code horror. And I bought it over at the antique store. So he did give me 10% off. Astonishing number 16, August 1952. So it was $135 before tax. And then I used PayPal, so then I had another fee on top of that. So it ended up coming to $148 or something. So this has a really cool story. This has great stories in it. I posted them on Instagram. So he's shaking hands with the skeleton over the grave. But it has a werewolf story in it. I love werewolf stories. Can I help you? Hi, babe.
Do you want me to cook cauliflower rice for dinner?
Okay. Check out this splash page. That is really cool. It's a really, really fun story too. Here's the back cover. We got a date stamp on it. I pressed it. So it looks a lot better than it did. Okay, we got one more comic to go and we're out of here. Hopefully you're still with me. Remember the secret contest? I finished the last one. If you haven't gone back, the video right before this, I announced the winner. And we have a new contest going now. So look for the secret contest. It could be in this video. You never know. I'm not going to tell you where it is. You got to do the work. Okay, last book. They had $99 on this book. I offered them $60. He took it immediately. I needed it. I'm trying to collect this whole series. There are some very expensive books in here. I actually have probably about 75% of the title already. Had detached cover. I just soaked it today. And let's take a look at what it is. WoW Comics number 5. Spring 1942. Has a Scarlet and Pinky, 3 Scarlet and Pinky stories in here. 1 Hunchback story. And 2 other stories. Really fun. I read this whole book today. Sat outside early in the morning when it was nice and cool. And there's one story that mentions Gotham City in it. Thought that was pretty cool. I guess Gotham City hadn't really caught on yet. It actually was introduced in Batman number 4 in December 1940. This is from spring 42. So I got it for $60, shipping and tax. I ended up paying $72.72, which I think is a great price for this book. I'm kind of shocked that it's complete. I was almost sure that the centerfold was going to be missing when I checked it. Because these thick books like this, the staples rarely ever reach to that centerfold. And they're detached as soon as the book is like hitting the truck, taking it to the newsstand back in the day. But it's there. It's actually detached. But all the pages are here. And what a good thing is this book has numbering. It has numbers on every page. You can tell if a book is missing. But that's WoW Comics number 5. It's featuring Mr. Scarlet and Pinky. So I needed this. I have number 4, 6, 8, and a lot more of these WoWs, but I'm glad to get number 5 finally. What do you guys think of that? I think that's a really, really cool cover. I'm going to probably put this for the thumbnail. So that's it for this haul. If you didn't see this book, I showed it a while back. Pick that one up, Snipe Comics. That's from 1947. Here's one from 46 of the Mandrake. So there's Golden Age comics all over this room. Take a look. Like I said, we just cracked that one open. There's another Golden Age. I love Golden Age. It's the best era to me because there's new things to discover all the time. And they're so, like, it's almost like most books are one of a kind because they're just so scarce. You could look at anything in the Silver Age, even the Alice horror books, and you can find multiple copies for sale. But go find a book like this. You are not going to find this for sale anywhere. It'll probably, one might pop up in 6 months, a year, 2 years. You just don't know. Excuse me, but that's why I love the Golden Age so much. And it's like rediscovering the era. It's like, I could talk about Golden Age all day. But I appreciate you hanging here. Like I said, check out the secret contest. Well, I appreciate your support. And I'll show you that. Like I said, 2,000 subscriber giveaway. I'm going to probably do that in the end of July. When all the holidays are over and before the end of the year holiday, so you guys have some time. You can put some work into what I want you to do to get this. But appreciate the support. Nighttiger, peace out.